Hey everyone, my name's Joe. I'm a digital lead learner, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, and a tech enthusiast. Starting a new little channel, I guess, YouTube channel, where I'll be sharing a little bit of tech information on a little skit I'm gonna coin, the Tech-Commute. So I had to drive from Port Dover to Hagersville every day to work, and I thought this would be kind of a fun way to kill the time. So usually hit Tim Hortons and Jarvis. So from Tim Hortons and Jarvis to Hagersville is about 5 to 8 minutes, if that, depending on traffic. So 5 to 8 minutes here and there worth of little tech insight. So today I'd like to share with you a little Twitter 101. So Twitter, for Mr. Archer, is huge. I'm a really big Twitter lover. So I use Twitter quite often in various different ways in the classroom, and I just want to share a little bit with Twitter. So just the basics today. So Twitter is a fantastic networking communication tool. It's absolutely free on the App Store. You can sign up with an email to get a Twitter handle, and that is your @ in my case, capital A RCHER, capital J OE, @Archer Joe. That's my Twitter handle. Twitter handles are things that identify who you are and direct messages to. So occasionally there'll be a direct message to George Couros, the author of Innovative Mindset, who would be someone to follow for sure. He has some great stuff. Anyway, so another thing that happens in Twitter is hashtags, and hashtags are something that identifies and directs conversations towards a specific topic. So hashtag science. Wonder what that would get me to. It would get you to science stuff. So Twitter can be used using hashtags similar to what a lot of teachers do with Pinterest and do science searches in Pinterest. Twitter can do the exact same thing. The nice thing about Twitter is it's a little more educational, where a lot of teachers around the globe are using Twitter to share the really cool stuff they're doing in their classroom. So Twitter with the hashtag of teaching, hashtag science, can really direct you to some very cool stuff in hashtag grade 3. For instance, my classroom currently is doing force and motion, and we're making roller coasters out of toilet paper, and we have made a fantastic little project. We have 3 fantastic little roller coasters that have a marble going through them, and hopefully by the end of the day today, those will be posted and ready to be shared with people around the globe. So that would be very cool. It's a great tool to share things. So within Twitter, there's retweets, and a retweet is, hey, I like what this person said, so I'm just going to retweet it and share it with my followers. And there's the quote. So if you want to quote someone, so for instance, I could quote Sylvia Duckworth, who has some very, very, very cool educational sketch notes. So you'll be another person to follow. Just do a search for Sylvia Duckworth. I could quote one of her sketch notes and say, this is how we're working on language in the classroom, or something along those lines. Or a lot of math coaches in Grand Erie are working and promoting the RMS model, and they could I could quote something Mr. James Cotton has shared and whatnot, and say, this is fantastic, James. I'm going to use it in my classroom today, and let's see what the kids come up with as results, which James, Jennifer Heinrich from Bellevue and I do quite often. Again, James, and I think he's under Jim Cotton, and Mrs. Heinrich are searchable, very good people to follow on Twitter within Grand Erie. And then there's also the like. The like is the little heart there. The nice thing about like is if you're in a tweet me, which I'll just explain later on, or at a big event and you're following people and you're like, ooh, I love what that person says, this would be great, it has a link to a bunch of resources. If you hit like, that saves in your history, which you then can access later on in the evening, or after the conference or after the workshop or whatever you're doing, and be able to access that stuff just like that without having to do a quick search. So you go into your like fields and be able to find what the link that you're looking for from a certain person you're following, or someone that you quoted or retweeted or even simply liked. So that's really the basics, except for followers. Now, if you start posting certain things that are useful to others and whatnot, you'll start to develop a bit of a following. And a following is people who go, oh, I have a hunch that this guy is pretty good, or this lady is pretty good, and what she shares is very valuable to my grade 3 classroom, or very valuable within my job or whatnot. And you could follow him, her. Some people in Grand Erie that would be fantastic to follow, especially tech-wise, would be at GEDSB 21C. That is our EdTech team Twitter handle. If you want to do Jeff Dumoulin, he's fantastic too. Norma Bingen. And Christopher Bates would be some other good ones. Sarah Purdy is on the EdTech team as well, and she posts some good stuff as well. Some of my personal favorites, one of my ME expert fellows, Cynthia Gozzard out in Delhi, would be fantastic to follow as well. I have some other go-tos, but I'm not going to list them all for now. Give me a follow, go into my followers, and you'll be able to see a lot of people there. Some people that I would highly suggest you take a look at, especially if you like tech and computational thinking, coding, would be Brian Aspinall, maybe Lisa Floyd. I'd be definitely hitting Martha Jez and Dustin Jez. Those are the dynamic duos in Fair Chance Learning. They post a lot of stuff and share a lot of stuff out there. Minecraft, if you're a Minecraft guy, our Grand Erie fellow is Dustin Carson. You want to go out, it's PB Jellybeans Garrett, or Mr. Steven Isaacs is another person to follow there who's really good. There's so much in Twitter that I would love to share, so I'm gonna probably do another one. So this was Twitter 101. Stay tuned for Twitter 102, I guess. So I'm at Hagersville, so I'm going to cut her short because I want to keep these under 10 minutes, and we'll see you another time. Thanks for listening.